mountain, our sorrows too. No more clouds, no more rain. I need sun to ease my pain. Before this night is over, I will guide you home. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price. In the game of love you have to roll the dice. My heart got 7 years to life. 7 years to life. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price.
The tech guy is so nervous. You're like so nervous tonight. You're so worried about sound, correct?
It's an all new setup.
I know.
It's all new.
It's all new again.
I discovered a bug in Ecamm, the software we use for multi-streaming and doing these productions, and
you've been in my office a lot. It's
Yeah.
just an excuse that you want to like try to rearrange.
well, you have the best computer, so
It seems good. Okay, so let's see. Lynn, I hope you're feeling better and that you're here and that also like you're resting and taking care of yourself post-surgery. Hopefully you're hydrating and you have tea and you have your feet up and a cozy blanket and something great to read. What else? And Beth just had a grandbaby, so such exciting news in the midst of not other great world news right now, so I love that. What else do we have to share tonight?
wait.
Oh yeah, go.
Where did that go?
Where did it go?
Is this like this wasn't?
Is
This
this
isn't
us?
directed at us, is it?
I don't think so,
Okay.
but we'll find out.
Okay.
Trisha wants to know, super important question. Even though May the 4th is on a Wednesday, will there be a special live? We were kind of wondering about that. I feel like it kind of should happen. I do. I feel like maybe we got to swap it then.
Comments tonight.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a bad idea. You all let us know. Oh, thank you.
Actually, that's a great idea. Let us know in the comments because we have a book coming, or you have a book coming out on the 3rd.
True.
But should we move the live to the 4th?
I think we might need to. Yeah.
It might be a long live.
Might be a long live. It's all good though. Renee, thank you so much. I am growing out my hair
goodness, yeah.
and I always get to this stage. The tech guy knows because we've been married for a long time. I usually get this far in a hair grow out and then I'm like, no, just cut it all off. Cut it all off. No, it's actually, it's longer than it's been in a long time. So we're going to see if I can actually follow through with it. I don't know.
I love pop-up video. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, totally.
Love
That was
pop-up
the
video.
best. So good. Okay, I want to know who studied for this because you are all in the hot seat tonight. We are flipping it. I talk way too much. So this time it's all about you. Oh, Sharon, I'm waiting for rain too. It's really cloudy in Ashland and we've just been like watching everything come in. Like, please, please, please. Carol, your daughter got married on 2/22/22. Now that is a fantastic date for a wedding.
Tell them about the baby that was born.
Yeah, there was a
here.
baby that was born at 2/22/22 at 2:22. I can't remember if it was AM PM in room 2. Like, oh my gosh, that baby is like so destined for great things. Steph, you like the tech guy pop up, pop up. Pop up.
There I am.
There he is. I hope you studied the syllabus, Trisha, because this is very intense. Very intense. You have spring weather, Anna Louise. That's awesome. We had this big warm up. It was like 70 degrees yesterday. We were out for our run and it was just miserable. In fact, Sky Guy, the kid, came home from the first day of track practice and he was like, oh, it's so hot. And literally it was like 67, but we're used to cold winters here. Nothing but rain in Portland, Marie. That's so great. Yeah, you should be nervous, Steph.
Well, I
you
don't
should
know.
be nervous.
I don't know if Marie's saying it's great.
Well, I know. Marie, you might not be thinking it's great, but
Right.
I'm just saying it's good for the
Yes.
planet. We like the rain right now. In fact, this last weekend, we were out in the Rogue River doing some research for Bake Shop 16. Yes, Bake Shop 16. It's going to be set on the Rogue River, and we did some hiking out that way just because I wanted one last look at the area. And Southern Oregon lakes, whew, it's painful. They are just puddles right now. So I really want the rain. Renee, you did not study. I missed the last couple weeks. Whew, you're going to be in for it. Jennifer, I'm like my students. What syllabus? What? Yeah. I shared this story. I might have just shared it with Trisha privately. I should share it out. But it was this professor. I can't remember where. But he had this whole thing on his syllabus, like at the very bottom, that he had hid $100 in a locked box somewhere on campus. And basically, if you just read the entire syllabus, you would be able to go just get $100 or whatever it was. And no one his entire term found it. So there you go.
Well, it's not quite the same, but can I talk about Kevin's chili real quick?
Oh, you sure can.
So
yes.
for Office fans out there, in case you missed it, if you read the terms and conditions on Peacock, NBC's streaming service, Kevin's chili from The Office, the recipe is in the terms and conditions.
We have to make
Super
it.
great Easter egg.
We totally have to make that.
Yeah.
Cherry, you're here for the participation ribbon. Yes, everybody
Yeah.
gets an award.
Everybody gets a trophy.
Everybody gets an award.
Yeah.
No, I thought it would be fun to turn the tables and find out some bookish info. The dog ate my homework, totally, Marty. Kevin's chili, George, right? It's either that is one of our all-time favorites. Also,
Oh my
I think
God.
Sky Guy could literally
Yeah, he's an Office expert.
verbatim give
Yes.
you word for word every episode ever. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
put the chili
sure.
on the floor.
That chili. Yeah.
That one or the feet episode
Oh,
at the wedding.
God. Oh, no.
That Sam and
Yeah,
Jim's
I
wedding.
never get
Oh,
ice at
I
hotels
know.
after that.
Gosh. Yeah. I got distracted though. Let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, I thought it would just be super fun to ask bookish questions because we're all book lovers, and get a sense of where we're all at as a community, because you know that I love and adore you all so much. So it's not really, hard hitting, but I like to pretend like it is. All right. So without further ado, let's get to the getting. I'm going right to
your
it.
controls are working.
I
Everything's
have
working.
the power. I have everything. It's so great. Okay.
I'm assuming the sound's working since people are responding to us. Yeah.
All right. My first question is favorite childhood read. Did you have one? Did you have multiple? Did you not have any at all? I would say, gosh, I had so many, but I definitely loved the Little House on the Prairie books early on. I dressed up like Laura Ingalls Wilder for multiple years in a row. My mom made my sister and I matching gingham dresses and little lunch pails. I also loved the Betsy Tassie Tibbs series. I loved Trixie Belden, Nancy Drew, all of the above. So I'm very curious to hear. Tekai, did you have a favorite childhood read series?
Oh.
I know. I'll put you on the hot seat too.
I mean, Hardy Boys. For
Hardy
sure,
Boys. Oh, yeah, they were good
for
too.
sure.
Yeah,
But Beverly Cleary.
Oh, yeah, and living in Portland.
Yeah, and living in Portland. It was kind of like The Simpsons before The Simpsons were The Simpsons. Like knowing the names and the streets and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I also
those were-
loved The Great Brain. My mom read
that's
the
cool.
Great Brain series, and then those were so fun to read again with Sky Guy. So, yeah.
Oh, and still to this day, Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Oh,
That
of
is,
course.
it's one of my
classic.
all-time favorites.
Poetry. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, you got to scroll.
Sorry, I gotta scroll down.
You got to scroll.
Got a lot of votes for
Ella
Nancy Drew.
Enchanted. Oh, yeah. Harriet the Spy. That's a great one. Charlotte's Web and the Little Prince. Anna Louise. Oh, those are so good. Beverly Cleary. Judy Blume, of course. Hardy Boys. Lynn, your brother wouldn't let you read them. How dare you? Bobbsey Twins. Yes, Ginger. That's old school. The Secret Garden Goosebumps. I don't know. Say cheese and die. Oh, you're younger than me. That's why probably. I got to look it up. Heidi, Nancy Drew. Ooh, these are so good. Green Eggs and Ham. James and the Giant Peach. Oh, you're named for Beth and Little Women. I didn't know that, Sherry. That's awesome. She was my favorite, of course. She has to be, right? Anything by Louisa May Alcott. Yes, Nancy Drew. Sweet Valley High. Cheryl, I have one of my favorite librarians gave me copies of Sweet Valley High at one of my early book launches. It was so fun. The Babysitter's Club, also a great one. Anne of Green Gables. Oh, yes. You were in a book club when you were a kid, Suyin. I love that. You'd get a new book every month. Loved Nancy Drew. Shocker. Total shocker. I can't believe it. Green Eggs and Ham. Yeah, at school they used to do Green Eggs and Ham for lunch and a whole parade and everything. Oh, so fun.
I know one. Can I go back to?
Yeah.
Can we go from Sky Guy's childhood
to
the Origami Yoda series?
Oh yeah, those were super fun.
You guys, anybody out there with kids or even just Star Wars fans, if you have not read the Origami Yoda series of books, you have to. They're fantastic.
I also would say I love Pippi Longstocking, Mrs. Pigawiggle, A Wrinkle in Time. Did we talk about that?
Ooh,
Chronicles of Narnia. Oh, How to Eat Fried Worms. Yes, Encyclopedia Brown.
Oh, that's another one. That's on my list too.
And then Suzanne Selfers, that whole series, Smells Like Dog, Smells Like Trouble, or Pirate. Those were so fun. We all have good. It's not surprising to me.
It's okay, George. I'm right there with you.
Totally. It's not at all surprising to me to see this because I feel like, of course, we all love the same thing because we're the same book club. But yeah, that's so great. What was the other one that I loved? Amelia Bedelia. Did anyone read Amelia Bedelia? She got everything wrong. I think that was one of my early introduction to puns too, or just using wordplay.
I haven't seen Amelia Bedelia show up in
I just talked about that. Oh, Berenstein Bears. Yeah. That takes me back to reading to Sky Guy. Oh gosh. Awesome. And then singing the little song. I won't do that to you. Narnia. Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Steph, you have to do it. They're amazing.
Yeah.
It's so cool. So fun.
Super clever.
And the origami is really cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Oh, you all did very well. I say we all get an A for that one. Well done. And plus we might get some new reading ideas from that. And it makes me sort of nostalgic. I want to go back in time to reading Amelia Bedelia. Wasn't she the best?
Everybody loved Amelia. Yeah.
Loved her. She's so clever. Okay. You can keep going with those two, but what is your favorite? What's the best spot for reading? You can pick any season, you can pick inside, outside. If you're going to read somewhere, where's it going to be? Your favorite spot. I know some of us read in the car and waiting for kids at practice or, wherever. But I'm very, Henry and Mudge.
I was just going to say, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yes. Yeah, those are so beautiful. Totally.
Yes.
So good. Those. And Mr. Putter and Tabby.
Oh, Mr. Putter.
Yeah. In Bed with Hot Chocolate, Jessica. I love the way you think. In bed brandy. After editing with a brandy. Very nice.
Oh, fire pit reading. That's good.
Ooh, patio fire pit. Yes. Bathtub, Valerie. It's my go-to spot. And we all already know that I have some issues with dropping books in said bathtub. Comfy chair with legs over the armrest and a blanket. Spoken like a true librarian. Well done, Anna Louise. I'm with you there.
That sounds cool.
Oh, I need to come to Sioux Falls, apparently. The YA section has fluffy chairs, Kayla? How awesome is that? In bed, everywhere, Marie, right? Spring through fall on your deck, Ginger. I like that. I definitely love anything that is outside. A hammock is good outside. The beach, of course, is a favorite outside spot. Mm-hmm. In the fall, reading my book when it's warm enough and not windy, right, Joseph? Yeah. It can't be too windy because that really throws off the reading experience.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can literally read anywhere. I tune everything out. But my oldest used to climb a high tree with a backpack full of books. Her younger siblings couldn't reach her. That is, you raised one smart young reader, Lenny. I'm not surprised by that. I cannot always read anywhere. I have a harder time Like, I could read in the car if I was waiting for, like, you know, swim practice or something like that. But I have a harder time, like, reading out in public because I like to observe, so I get distracted. In front of a Christmas tree, George. Oh, yeah, totally. Even ball fields, that's impressive. Yeah. I love that.
At the beach or by the pool, that's you.
Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Yeah, the pool is like... I do love to swim, but I go to the pool to read for sure. And that's interesting because I can read at the pool, even though there's a lot of distraction there, or the beach. But I'm thinking more like coffee shop, library vibes, not as much.
Andrew's got a good ritual.
Yeah, with a shot of I like the way we are thinking here. Holly, Lithia Park on a summer day. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Lithia. Love Lithia. Michelle, a picture window with a cozy blanket. Yes. Oh, I want this all to be happening right now. Okay, I think this one's interesting. If you could have one, you have to pick one. Maybe you can give a few more. If you could pick one fictional character to come to life, who would it be and why? I think the why is the interesting part. I have thought about this a lot. Like, a lot. And I'm still like slightly stumped on this one myself because there are so many choices. But it's definitely going to be someone, I think, from historical fiction for me because I love the concept of traveling back in time. It is, Suyin, it is the most, I told you it was going to get harder. It is the most difficult question of all time. But then I also wonder if it's somebody from like A Wrinkle in Time, because then we could talk about like the space-time continuum and how that works. So I don't know. I go back and forth. But Jo March, Anna Louise, I feel like, yes, one of the March sisters, perhaps any of the characters from Willa Cather's books. Yoda's good. Yeah, you could get some wise information
Very
from
wise.
Yoda.
Yeah, for sure.
I know. Mr. Darcy, yeah, he just had 10,000 a year, Kara. Totally. I mean, you can't. And would he just come out of like the water in a dripping wet shirt too?
Oh, man. Why can't it be 10,000 a year still?
I know.
It's
that
so
would be
much
great.
more. Yeah.
Oh, Diane Sherlock. That's so brilliant. Yes.
But he might be a jerk.
He would totally be a jerk.
Yeah.
He'd be so pompous, but you would sort of also love that too, right? Lynn, most of your characters are slightly naughty. Yeah, but that'd be fun, right? Paddington Bear, Kate. Oh, that's very sweet. Like you could have tea and maybe invite Mr. Paddington over for something fun. Oh, Anna Pigeon, Joseph. Yes, absolutely. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, isn't that?
Nevada used to live right across the street from me. Like I'm looking at her house. They just sold it. But literally Nevada Bar moved to Ashland a few years ago. She left after the pandemic. She wasn't here for a very long time, but I can tell you, like, I've been inside her house, like, and she's lovely and as wonderful as you could even imagine. So, but they just sold it. Ron Weasley. Oh, Suyin. Why wasn't I thinking Harry Potter? That's also, very good.
Yeah.
I know it's hard, Sheila. I told you, like, it was going to get very tough. Oh, Lisbeth. Oh, yes. Jennifer, that's very good. She would have a lot of stories to tell. She'd teach us some dark stuff like out there too. I love it. Kylo, absolutely. Oh, Cherry, I'm with you. Georgie from Her Royal Spinus, yes. And we could learn everything there is to know about being like, what is she, like 17th or 27th in line?
That's great,
Richard
Marie.
Ford's
Yes.
wardrobe, yeah. Do you want to see it? Okay, this is a great question. We'll have to like go more. I might have to put this out there. Oh, I just saw, was that Trisha who said Jack Reacher? Has anyone watched the new Jack Reacher show?
Oh, what? It's
so
amazing.
Good. It's very bloody though. Like, so if you're not in the mood for something violent, it's very violent. But yeah.
It is very good too. And that the actor that plays Jack Reacher to get in shape for the role had to work out. He works out 6 hours a day.
Yeah. Oh, Renee, Amelia Peabody. Oh, yes. I love Amelia Peabody from Elizabeth George's series. Oh, she's so great. She's an archaeologist, like early 1900s.
I think you're going to get blown up on this one.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
yeah, you are. You're getting blown
Bookmarks
up.
all the way. Okay, well, we all know that I am also a dog eater, which I feel like is super sacrilegious as a writer, that I shouldn't damage my books, but I do. And even just like, even books that I use for work, I have dog ears all over, like my emotional thesaurus that is next to my desk. I will use, this came up, I think I shared something about this. I know, I'm sorry.
Bookmark, yes.
No, it's a tragedy. I will use anything as a bookmark, though. I think that's a theme for some people, like receipts from buying the book. A lot of my favorite bookstores, like Beach Books, Murder by the Book, Vintage Books, all of the great bookshops usually send you bookmarks, so that's always nice. If I have one on hand, I'll use it.
Back to Jack Reacher for a minute.
Yes.
George is right. Yeah.
Much better than Cruz. Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he is a great actor, and also like he's just massive. Trisha's with you.
Dog ear. Okay, thank you,
yeah,
Trisha. We're on an island by ourselves right now, right? Cherry, your husband watches it. It seems it's very serious. Yeah, it's not
very serious.
Yes.
There are like 4 people that are left living at the end of the season, so yeah, it's serious.
Exactly. Oh, Joseph, that is so tender and lovely. A bookmark from your high school guidance counselor's memorial service. That's a very lovely gift for a memorial service too, and like that would stick with you. That's really sweet. I love that.
He's taking better care of that bookmark than you do of book pages.
No, I know that does make me feel bad.
I have not seen. Trisha was the only. Oh wait, bookmark.
Judy.
Oh, Steph's not opposed.
You're not opposed, but you wouldn't prefer it. It wouldn't be yours.
Oh, was there somebody else I missed?
I thought I saw somebody else. No dog ears. Judy's like, absolutely not.
Yes,
I know. I'm sorry. I feel terrible about it.
Morgan's with you.
Thanks, Morgan. Someone. I clearly yeah. I'm
definitely in the minority.
Hey, that's a good segue though, because I said I'm on an island, and then the next thing I want to know is, what's your desert island read? This is the book that let's imagine. In fact, we've been rewatching Lost. We need a shirt, Team Dog Ear, Team Bookmark. No, because no one will buy the Team Dog Ear shirt.
I'm totally gonna make you a Team Dog Ear shirt now. We
are rewatching Lost with Sky Guy, and it's so good. It holds up really well. But let's imagine that you are on a desert island and you can only bring one book, and even if it's part of a series, you can only bring one book in that series, not the entire series, because you had to pack it in your suitcase. And there's not a loophole here, because even if you have your Kobo or your Kindle, whatever e-reader, it's going to die because there's no power on the island. Okay, so one book. What is it? Outlander. Oh, that's a good choice, Lillian, because that's also like juicy. So you could read that. I know. Suyin, a survival guide. That's very practical and wise. Only one. Mm-hmm. Oh, Harry Potter #3, Kayla. Very interesting. I like that.
Not yet, but
no, we don't. But that guy has worked on a couple designs. Yes. Yeah. The Mist of Avalon. That's good, George. Very nice. Gone with the Wind. Nancy Grace, a Bible. Yes, very smart. The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, Marie. Robinson Crusoe. You would really feel the vibe of that book. I think that's smart. Gone with the Wind, Cold Mountain. Oh, The Bourne Identity. Yes. The Encyclopedia Britannica, letter B. Yeah, you would be the world's foremost expert on anything to do with letter B, for sure. Sheila, The Secret Book and Scone Society. That's Ellery's new one. That's awesome. Kara, I like a very practical group we have here too.
That'd be terrifying.
I've never read a Stephen King, so I pick it. Oh yeah, you'd be entertained for sure. You might be like looking behind you.
That's
the poisonous plants 101. Smart. What else do we have? These are so good. Raft building. The Bleak House. Oh yeah. That's a good one, Steph. It's definitely long. Ulysses, Andrew, you're gonna go classic. Very good. And I think if you had that much time on a desert island, you could actually like really understand the classics probably at like multiple levels then too. Very good. Jules Verne, that's good, Cicely. Very good. Whew.
Was there a desert island cookbook? There's got to be.
Oh,
there's a cookbook for everything.
That I like that idea if there's not. Okay, name a character you love to hate. Who is a character in fiction or literature that you just absolutely loathe, but in loathing them, you actually love them because they're so well done? For me, I would say like one of the series that I got really into early on was Agatha Raisin's, MC Beaton's very long-running series, and sadly she passed away a couple years ago, although there's a new author continuing those. And if you are a fan of that series at all, there's a fantastic show on Acorn that has brought that series to life. But Agatha's just the worst, especially in the early books. Over time, she sort of evolves, but I think she's such a great character because she's so like fully fleshed out. So Anna Louise is reading Ulysses now. Hey, we could have a desert island meetup. Andrew, let's go. Cruella de Vil, Judy. Ooh, that's very good. I will also say that that's not a surprise to me because Dodie Smith, who wrote 101 Dalmatians, also wrote one of my favorite books of all time, I Capture the Castle, which is nothing at all like 101 Dalmatians. You wouldn't even know it's the same author, I don't think, but she's just absolutely brilliant. Kayla, Richard Lord, obviously. Thank you. Oh, Dolores Umbridge.
Yes.
Oh, Jessica,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Gosh,
the
she's
worst.
evil.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's so evil. In fact, I was just talking about her with my Mystery Series Masterclass students a week or so ago, because what I love about a really good villain, and so Agatha Raisin isn't that. If you haven't read Agatha Raisin, don't let that deter you from reading that series, because she's not that. She's just more, she's not necessarily your like typical cozy protagonist, because she's not always sweet. She's very self-absorbed, especially in the beginning. But what I love about a well-written villain in any sort of book is if they're not necessarily what they appear. Dolores Umbridge is a perfect example of that in her pink and her perfect little suits and everything. And then her sickening sweet smile that is just pure evil behind that. Oh, yeah. Natasha from Krista Davis's series, that's good, Cajun Pete. Sloane's ex, Mac. Oh, there you go. Mac. The Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, yeah, that's good, Lillian. But yeah, she's great. Mary Poppins, you'll see yourself out, Trisha. That's awesome. Ooh, Blackjack Randall, Valerie from the Outlander series. He's awful. Oh, so awful. The show is great. The new author doesn't have MC Beaton's voice. I haven't read the new books yet, Marie. So yeah, I'm going to have to check them out. Snape, Beth, of course. Severus Snape. Let's go. Draco Malfoy. Oh, yeah, he was mean to Dobby. How dare he, Becky Bones. Jason, what's his last name, who plays Draco? Somebody will remember. Do you remember?
Jason...
Robards?
No.
Anyway, shoot. He's a phenomenal actor, because everything I've seen him in, he is so good, and you would not recognize him as, like, he's so good with, like, everything he does with his body and everything, too.
Jason Isaacs. Right?
Isaacs, thank you. Yeah. What was the one that we saw? Dig. He was in this show called Dig.
Yeah,
that was
really good.
Also dark, though.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Mel Mac. Yeah, it's true, because at least you know what you're getting with Voldemort, right? But... ooh, initially with Dolores, you might think like, oh, Lucius, yes. Ooh, those are so good. Vader, there you go. Lynn bringing out the Star Wars every time. Well done, even with your surgery. You're on your A game tonight. Okay, I think this one's interesting. What kind of a cover makes you pick up a book? I have a specific kind of cover that I know I gravitate to, and they're interesting things like in cover design in general, especially with like historical fiction. Let's use anything set in World War I or II. You always see women from the back, so you're not seeing their faces, you're seeing their backs, profile looking out at something. You know, often it's like a body of water or a bridge, and you immediately know, oh, that's historical fiction. So like for me, if I'm in a historical fiction kick, I'll look on bookshelves and go, okay, I'll take that one. But I'm always interested, like good art, no Fabio, Sharon, no full bodice rippers for you. Oh, Melmac, I don't know about Good Sam. I'm gonna have to check that out. I love him.
Oh yeah, that's it's Hospital Show. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Trisha, one that has Victoria, England on it, looks magical. Crows, smoke. Cheryl, anything with a cat or a book or a ball of yarn. I love it. Joseph, anything with food on it, of course. Mr. Baker, that makes sense. Natural scenes, bright colors, food, cats. Always. You can't go wrong with a cat.
Oh, I have a follow-up question. Can I ask a follow-up question in a second? Okay.
You're not on your cam, so no. You have to be on your cam
Can
to
I
ask
ask a
it.
follow-up question, please?
You may, yes.
Okay.
Did you raise your hand?
Well, yeah. I'll wait. I'll get you because we're ahead of everybody. We'll
Okay,
wait for
okay.
some more answers.
You're waiting for your follow-up question. George, anything naturey, baked good,
I like that. Or
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Coffee or pastries, something intriguing, Sheila, that makes you wonder what the book is about. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah. So good. Food, Tiffany says, any good design with crafts. A pig or a goat,
yeah.
Amy. Well, I know somebody who's in our crew here who's going to have a goat on the cover of her book soon. Right, Paula?
There you go. Yeah.
Are you asking if we judge books by their covers? Of course we do. I mean, I do. I don't know about you, but I definitely do, for sure.
Lynn with
If Adam Driver's on the cover. Yeah. Okay. What's your follow-up?
So when it comes to book covers, glossy or matte finish?
Oh, glossy or matte? I'm matte. I like a matte all the way. Jennifer, why Adam Driver? Why? That's awesome. He has a TED Talk. Are we back to Jason Isaacs? I did not know that, Trisha, but I will be viewing that tonight. That's good to know. Glossy, interesting.
Okay,
I like the feel of a matte. There's something about a matte that makes me like, I don't know, but okay, good to know. Maybe this will be a true controversy. Will we be a group divided for the first time? Oh, I don't know.
It's like, I don't know. It's pretty close.
Yeah, this is the closest
George.
yet. A glossy matte. How dare you? Oh no, Adam Driver has a TED Talk. I'm also intrigued by that. So sign me up. Team Both.
Team Both.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I am looking at this book. There are some covers that feel right to be glossy, but yeah, I would say in general.
You have a mix.
I have a mix.
I mean,
I don't get to decide
Right.
for the publishing house, so there's that.
Lost Coast Literary is matte, though.
Is Matt.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, oh yeah, I'm always intrigued by this one too. Have you ever made a recipe from a book, and if so, did it turn out? I think my earliest book recipe is from Little House on the Prairie, when they make molasses candy in the snow. I think I've told this story before, but I remember one of the first times it snowed. After reading those books, I got molasses and went out into the snow with a pan and did the whole thing. And then I was slightly disappointed that it wasn't quite as magical as it seemed for Laura and Mary and the Ingalls family. And this could have something to do with, being multiple years in the future and having things like sugar and baked goods and things like that. So, Diane Mott Davidson, I loved her series. Yes. It was great. Cranberry cookies. Ooh, I have all of her books. I'm going to have to find that. Cereal counts. I love it. I love it, Paula, that it actually turns out Cracker Toffee from Joanne Fluke. Ooh, that's a good one. What else have we got? You had a Little House on the Prairie cookbook. Oh, I remember having a Little House on the Prairie cookbook too. Now that you're saying that, that's totally ringing a bell. I don't know if I still have it. I'm going to have to look downstairs. A Hummingbird Cake from a book I can't remember. It was so delicious and delicate. I feel like I learned about hummingbird cakes for the first time, Michelle, in a book too. That's interesting. Andrew, Turkish Delight, right? That's another one where I think my expectations and the description did not quite match the reality, for sure. Christina Wagner's books are so good, based on a Polish diner. Ooh, Lenny, I don't know that series. I gotta write that down. Wagner, what's, well, I'll just look it up. Thanks for that. Okay. Diane Mott Davidson, yeah, right? Anna Louise, so good. She has a cookbook too. I wish she would come back and write more. Laura Childs, oh yeah, the Cackleberry, what were they called? The Cackleberry Ladies Club. It's not quite right, but you'll know. Oh, Fried Green Tomatoes, Nancy. Yes, that's another good one. Sharon, you learned how to make mac and cheese in 1972 from a Charlie Brown cookbook. Okay, that is pretty awesome. How was it? That's the big question. Peanuts cookbook,
yeah,
scrambled eggs, Kara. Okay, I don't remember the Peanuts cookbook. I'm going to have to look that one up too. Okay, let's see. Name a book that completely surprised you. And this could be like any kind of surprise. It could be happy surprise. It could be a book that you read that turned out completely differently than you expected based on the cover or based on the back cover copy. I think there have been so many for me over the years, but I think when a book surprises me, usually it's something that maybe on the surface I'm thinking is going to be lighter perhaps, and then it goes deeper, or there's some kind of major plot twist. That's often a surprise too. And I'm not just talking about the idea of like in a mystery, like not knowing who the killer is. I'm thinking like, plots where just like out of left field, you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Dark Matter. Yeah, I know. This one is hard too. I told you.
Oh, that was
You're going to have to bring it.
Dark Matter.
Yeah, that was really good. My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. Yes, that one. That one shocked me too. Judy, the Boy with the Striped Pajamas. Oh yeah. Whew, that's a good one. Night Watch by Terry Pratchett. I was surprised by how devastated it left me. Oh yeah, Sharon. Yeah, like that's Casey. Sorry. Casey, yeah, isn't it interesting when you have a book where you're like, oh, that just like hits you to the core? A Gentleman in Moscow. Oh, very good, Cherry. Yeah. I gotta have you scroll, tech guy. Let's see, who else do we have? Anxious People. I haven't read that, Andrew. It's been on my list multiple times. I did not expect the book to make me feel so good. I get like my soul was running through a sunflower field by the end of it. All right, well, I'm adding that to my list. Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead. Oh, yes. That's been on my list too. The Book Thief. Oh, The Book Thief. Absolutely. You bought Mystic River when you were a teenager. It was so dark. Not a cozy. No, not a cozy. The Storied Life of AJ. Yes. Vickery. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. Gone Girl. Oh, that's for sure. A Bridge to Terabithia. Oh, Terabithia. Yeah, that one's just like, whew. The Diary of Anne Frank. Yes. So many good ones. I'm looking over at my shelf and I'm thinking there have been a lot over the years, but I think one of the first books that just really like gripped my heart and has stuck with me for decades, and I guess maybe that's the surprise, a story that just like feels like it continues to live on, is Farewell to Manzanar. I read it my freshman year of college, and it's about Japanese internment camps here on the West Coast. And I just, like, still to this day, everything about that book is there. Yeah. Were you saying something?
No, we read that together.
We did.
It was like we met in that class.
We met in that class. Whew. Yeah, it's if you haven't read it, it's an amazing book. Okay. This one's a little lighter, perhaps. What fictional world do you wish you could live in? If you could live in any fictional world, what would it be? This one is another like super hard one for me, because there are so many. So many.
Hold on, no.
Yes.
That was in college.
Oh, no, college. Wow. Yeah, that would have been a big book, too, for elementary school. No, college.
Yeah.
In a galaxy far, far away. Way to go, Steph. Harry Potter, Trisha. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on. You can't go wrong. Ooh, Three Pines. Gretchen's going to go with a little Louise Penny up north. Beatrice Potter's Countryside. I have the most gorgeous Paula Beatrice Potter book about like how that story came to be and her gardens and everything. Oh, yeah. Hogwarts. I mean, I feel like that one's kind of a slam dunk for me too. Botswana, Africa. Nancy, would that be with like the Number One Ladies Detective Agency? Wherever Princess Leia is, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think it would either be that or I would love a fictional world like The Time Traveler's Wife, where I could actually have some sort of power like that. I cannot remember it off the cuff, Paula, but I'll message you. It's downstairs. My dad got it for me for my birthday a few years ago, and it's luscious. It's beautiful. It's all of the photos of her garden and how they came to be. And then it's these snippets of writing and everything too, and the process of that. Okay, what else do we have? Her Royal Spinous World. Yes, you could go back in time to Britain back in the day. Outlander, Lillian. Yeah, if we could go through the stones together. What else do we have? Pemberley, Scotland Street, Cabot Cove, Ashland. But you can come. It is semi-real. It's not officially real, but it's like what? I don't know, like 40% real, maybe. Okay, do you have any reading rituals? Are there any like specific things you do when you settle in with a read? I don't think I have any specific rituals. I usually if it's wintertime, if I'm not in the bath, I should say. If I'm in the bath, then my ritual is a bath bomb. Fortunately, the tech guy hooks me up all the time from M's Blends. So I want a bath bomb and I want something to drink. Usually it's actually just water, and my little bath setup and a candle. If I'm reading on the couch or in my bed, then usually it's just like a cozy blanket and sometimes maybe something to drink. But I don't have like a full ritual. Oh, Lake Eden, Minnesota. We could go hang out with Hannah Swenson there. I love it. It has to be quiet. Interesting, Lillian. Yeah, I would say that's true for me. I write to music. I have playlists. I just shared my Richard Lord playlist. If you didn't see it, that's all thanks to you. Open book read, Marie. I love that, Lynn. Yeah, I can write to music. In fact, I need music to write, but I can't really read to music. Maybe classical, but I don't have anything else going on. A glass of sweet tea. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Paula, in the morning with your coffee, I have to read at least 25 pages or you feel cheated. That's awesome. Andrew, a beverage is a must. Is there any particular kind of beverage or is it just something? Valerie, cozy PJs and a hot chocolate. I am down with that. Renee, nothing special, just a book. Becky Bones, Avalon or something enchanted in England or Ireland, basically a fairy tale. That's where, that's a fictional world. I will come there with you. I'm down with that idea. Sheila, you need to have water or tea and silence. Absolutely. Quiet children definitely helps, right, Steph? Suyin, you need something to drink, like a cup of tea in the summer, an iced LaCroix. I love it. And a snack. Very good. A little reading snack. Never hurt. What else? I like to read after everyone's gone to bed. Not so hard now. We're empty nesters. But yeah, that quiet end of the day. That's my favorite reading time too. Yeah. Cherry, you get up, you work on your social media, and you read while you wait for emails or phone calls. Oh, very interesting. So you read between your work time. Any kind of beverage, especially if it matches the mood of a book. Yeah, Andrew, I feel you on that. Like a little literary libation to go with. Kelly, wintertime coffee, lap, cat, winter, or good weather parking coffee. Oh yeah, like an iced coffee and a park bench. Chocolate is a must always, Anna Louise. Love it. Okay, let's see. What do we got next? Oh, I like this. What's a story you wish someone would write? Like, have there ever been any stories that you wish someone else would write? I have so many. And most of the time they involve historical. I want someone to write a Little House on the Prairie mystery where Laura solves the crime. I don't want to write that myself. I love reading anything that's set back in time, but I don't want to write it. It's way too much work. But I want somebody else to write that. Cherry, the story of a closed theme park. Do it. Write it. You're a writer. We already got like a little head start with our theme park mystery we wrote together. Take it on. Yeah, I do think a mystery set at like something Disneyland-esque would be great. Tiffany, I know what story you want to write. I want to know. What is it? An amusement park cozy. Yeah, it needs to happen. Somebody should do it.
I've said that.
I know. A carnival cozy where she's the victim. No. Lunch in Paris, but with Germany as the setting. Ooh, Kayla. Very interesting. Suyin, you need somebody to turn the Bake Shop series into a TV show. I am putting that out into the universe too. I would love that to happen. Yeah. Trisha, you had a dream about it? Okay, all right. Finish yours and then write that one next for me. Oh, Florence Nightingale. I read a whole series that my grandmother had. I'm going to need to find these too. About like a Florence Nightingale character. Based on that, I still have them downstairs. I'm going to find them. They weren't mysteries, but they were like, I would say like almost like romance light back in the time. More stories about older women. Cecilia, I agree on that. I think we definitely need that. And I think it's coming. I feel like the tide is turning with, just where we're at culturally. I think there's going to be that. I love seeing more diversity in cozies, Andrew, 100%. And I don't think that's going to go away either, which is such a good thing. A story written by a cat, Sharon. There was a cat mystery series many years ago. It's got to be from the early 80s, where the cat helps solve the crime. Maybe somebody else will know it. Yeah.
No.
True. Yes, it's true. I know.
I'm saying no. I don't care.
Ramona Quimby as a mom. Oh my God, Joseph.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so great. What else? I have no idea. I know. I stumble upon stuff too where I'm like, oh, what is that? Stuck on a paddle wheel boat on the Columbia. What happened to the captain? Oh, Marie, that sounds like the beautiful start. Frank, male leads in cozies. You're writing one? Oh, that's so awesome. I feel like this too is going to be a trend. We definitely need to see more of that. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot more. Good job. I'm glad you're doing it. The Cat Who Books. Is that what it's called, Nancy Grace? The Cat Who. Yeah, The Cat Who. Yes, that's it. I love it.
I only say that because our cat would be the criminal every time.
Oh,
so maybe
sure.
that's a series.
There you go, yeah.
A series of books where the cat is actually the detective and the villain.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. And 80s, like Goldberg's Cozy.
Oh,
yes, someone do that too. These are brilliant ideas.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, I moved on. Sorry. Who's your fictional book crush? I feel like
right
I think we're gonna have a lot of like Jamie.
Right off the bat.
Yep, and Darcy's. Ooh, Charlie and his life after owning the chocolate factory. That'd be very interesting. Oh my gosh, I love that. Older men and women, for sure. Allie Brandon writes a cozy mystery about a black cat named Hamlet that helps her solve mysteries, and the owner inherited a bookshop from her aunt. Ooh, that's nice. Darcy and Snape. Ooh, I like the way you think, Anna Louise. Very good. Edward from Twilight. Oh, that's good. James Fraser. I knew it, Lillian. There had to be, right? Jacob. We've got some Edward Cullen fans in the house. Bye-bye. No, it's good. It's all good. Jack Ryan. Carlisle
Jack
from
Reacher.
Jack Reacher. Oh, yes. So many good ones. I don't know if I have like... I am gonna blank on the character's name from the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society. Shoot. I loved him, but he's not coming to mind. Okay. Are there any books that have been made into movies where you think the movie is actually better than the book? Or it might be better. Or maybe we could even just say like it's on par with the book. I'm curious about this one for sure. Gilbert Blythe. Oh yeah, I know. Mr. Darcy, Simon from L'Oreal, Let's Be on the Page, Derek. Oh, I love me some Derek Renee too. Super Spy Derek. Yes, very good. The Notebook. Oh, Jessica, that's good. Kayla's like, absolutely not. Practical Magic. Oh, anything by John Grisham. I feel like some of the John Grisham movies have been really well done. I have not seen The Book Thief. I read The Book Thief, Lenny, but that's good to know. Fried Green Tomatoes. Love the book, or love the movie, but so about the book. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, Joseph, yeah, that Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I saw that movie, but I didn't read the book.
We got some family disagreements here.
You and your mom. Watch out.
Marie agrees.
No, movie's better. No movie is better. Emma. Oh, I do love the new Emma. The Martian. I love the book too, but yes, I feel like that one was on point. None that you can think of. This might be sacrilegious to say, but Matilda. I love the Matilda movies. I thought that was so good. Yeah, had all those like magical layers in like a just subtle way. Never-ending Story. Midsummer Murders. I haven't read Midsummer Murders. I've only seen the show, so this is giving me some good ideas. I feel like the Harry Potter films did justice to the books. I read all of the books first, and then I saw the movies, and I feel like they were on par, so I'm going to go with those. I would say the same thing about Narnia, too. I feel like I loved all of the Narnia. Oh, hey, Milmac. We agree. I loved all of those. My mom read them all out loud to me, and so maybe it's also like I had distance from them when I saw the movies, but yeah, I'm intrigued by those. I feel like I didn't know there were.
I want to know this too, because that show's been on for like 18 years, right? So is it a lot of books, or are these original scripts for the show? Do you know?
Right. I don't know. I don't know who said that. Hi, Karen. Welcome. We're just talking about Little Women. I feel like they've done a good job with that too. I agree that, Jessica, there is so much you had to leave out from the films, which I would still say the book is better, but I think, in terms of a translation, they did well. Okay, let's see. Moving on. Oh yeah, how do you choose what you read next? For me, I feel like I'm usually a mood reader, unless I'm reading something for work. Like I'm blurbing 2 books this month, so I'm reading books for work. So, that's a little different, but otherwise I definitely feel like I pick a book just based on my mood. And sometimes I will pick a book based on my mood, start that book, and then go, no, I'm actually not in the mood for this. And I'll go to something else and then come back to that. So I definitely pick by mood. Cherry, you have a book club that tells you, so you have to do it. Mood and book clubs. Okay. I love it. Beach Bums, subscribe. Yes, go subscribe to her channel. And you're doing March Mystery Madness. I don't know if I'm getting that. March Madness Mysteries? Oh, I'm saying it wrong. Sorry. Correct me in the comments, but it's basically like March Madness for cozies. So you should totally go follow her and participate. I start a series. You read it until they're done. Lynn, I am leaning back in my chair because I'm so impressed by that. And then you start the next series. So you binge an entire series and then come back and start a new series. That is so impressive. Okay. Yeah, I have a hard time with book clubs for that reason too, Karen. Like, I have been in book clubs where I'm just like not feeling the book and then I feel guilty. But my current Ashland book club is like the best book club that ever existed. Let me tell you this concept really fast. Everyone brings a book that they have just finished and loved. And then we go around the circle and we have 10 minutes and there's a timer, literally, there's a timer who times us, and you have 10 minutes to give your pitch. And then all the books get placed on the floor. So everybody goes around the circle, and it's totally like whatever you've just read and you want to share with the group. And then it's almost like a white elephant. It's like this mad dash to pick the book. And then the next month we come back and give a little brief report and or bring that book back to share. Again, it's such a great idea because I learn about so many books that I wouldn't have before. And it's super fun to be like, oh no, I want that one. And is somebody else going to get it before me? Yeah. 100% mood. I know. So, yeah, but I do think like for me, that's one of the reasons that I will come back to things too, because my mood might not be there. Oh, Tiffany, whatever comes with the library. Yep. A TBR jar. Oh, that's a good idea.
Random
That's a really good idea. Due date, libraries. Those are always, yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Series, I'm digging the idea of Lynn reading a series all the way through. Oh, this is your question, tech guy.
Right? Oh, yeah. So this one was funny because this has happened to me. So I just wanted to know, now my camera's over. Let me move this. I can't. Has a friend or family member ever recommended a book to you that you absolutely hated? And if so, did you tell them? Don't say the title of the book because we're not about book bashing.
No,
here,
that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah,
you asked if you could include this question. I said yes, but just don't share the book that you hated.
Don't share the book title, but I just want to know like how, and if so, like did you tell them and how awkward was it?
Well, I'll answer this because I would say like with a couple of my...
Wait, this isn't a book I recommended to you, is it?
Maybe it is. With a couple of my really good friends, I always find it fascinating if I didn't like a book and they did. But I will tell them because we're friends. I think what's interesting then is I might learn more about the book. Like I'll have a new perspective, I guess, on a book sometimes if I didn't like it, but then it's like, oh, these are the reasons why I did. And I can pull that out then. My dad is always mailing books to me. He thinks I should read. I don't tell him. I mean, the families may be different. I don't know.
There's a lot of yes and
yes and yes.
Yes,
I know.
Yes and yes. And super awkward.
Super awkward. It can be awkward, but I mean, I think it's interesting though because we all know like, and books might not it might not meet you at the moment that you're in. All of that. All the time. Half of them I couldn't finish. I never told her. I know. Well, that's what little free libraries are for, right? You pass them on.
And hopefully I'm not outing anybody on this live.
That's right. Way to go. Or I'm waiting for Nancy and Joseph to get into it. Yeah. Frank, you give your mom books without telling her if you liked it or not. Oh, and then you give her books that you hated. Then we talked about it afterwards so you don't influence her. That's brilliant. I feel like that's sometimes the gift of a book club of everybody reading the same book together. I don't like the pressure of that, but that for myself. But I think that's always interesting because I do think like then when you discuss it, you find new things out about it. So that's great.
She lets him know.
I'll find books for mom and she'll let me know if she liked him or not. She's not holding back. Passes though. Yeah. Your mom used to inundate you with Amish romances, and then you would talk about them, Lenny. My sister announced her pick. I threw myself on the floor. No! So maybe some influence, maybe just a little bit, Trisha. Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, what else? Oh, yeah. Has a book ever changed your life? Do you think there's a book that has changed your life? I think so many books have influenced my life. I mean, I feel like one of the gifts for me of reading is feeling that moment always where I fall into a story and I'm seeing the world through somebody else's lens. And I think books have just like shaped every part of me. I'm looking over at my shelf and like Amy Tan, The Kitchen God's Wife, like The Color Purple, My Antonia, Jamie's on the hotel on the corner of Bitter and Sweet. I mean, like I could go on and on and on. I feel like everything I have read has helped change my worldview in some way. Einstein's Dreams, influenced. Yeah, changed. I think influenced for sure.
Einstein's Dreams was crazy.
Yeah.
Oops.
The Boy in the Striped Pajama. Yeah, I think I think anytime like I read from that perspective where you're like really pulling back into something else, and so many The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho, so many books too that like even maybe books that don't have such serious kind of subject matter, there are often just like beautiful quotes or passages that I will have picked up from books at different stages of my life. Like maybe, during a time when I was really grieving loss, and it might just be one line that then just like sticks with you. The Color Purple was just incredible. The Scarlet Letter. Yes. Anything by Margaret Atwood. Tuesdays with Morrie, The Book Thief. Yeah.
The Outsiders was amazing.
Oh, The Outsiders. The Road Back to You. Yeah. The Hobbit. I know. I mean, I think there's so many books that we don't even recognize, like the level that they have like seeped into who we are, which I totally love. Okay, and this is last but not least. What is your go-to social media platform or source for book recommendations? For me, it's all of it. And I feel like it's a blessing and a curse because we have so many more book recommendations and photos just like at our fingertips that I didn't have, 10 or 15 years ago. I love them all. I do think it's interesting being on Book Talk on TikTok, which is Book Talk. If you're on TikTok, come over to the dark side. We've got cookies. And BookTube, I find different books sometimes than I might see on like Instagram or Facebook. So, because some of it I think is generational. So I think that's really interesting because I love trying to read outside of kind of my lens sometimes too. Book Spark and Listy, that's very good. YouTube, various blogs. I know, so book blogs too. There are so many where you can just keep going. Book groups on Facebook. I love it. Goodreads, absolutely. All of them. I know, Robin, but that's the problem then, right? Because it's like, okay, now my TBR stack is always just like, shoop, shoop, shoop. If I open anything bookish, I'm like, here we go. Goodreads, author pages, Murder by the Book. That's a great point too, George. Yes, bookstores are doing so many awesome author interviews, and one of the things I love about independently owned bookshops like Murder by the Book is you also have very bookish people who are going to give you recommendations that they have likely read themselves and they know about. So that is it. Lenny, it's a problem for you. The circulation desk used to be your main source of recommendations. Oh yeah, and patrons. You need a new source. Libraries. Libraries are awesome for sure. Come over to Book Talk. No, I'm just kidding. Pals, Judy. Yep. Facebook and authors emails. Your sisters. Sisters are always good for that. Sisters, friends, celebrity book clubs. Reese Witherspoon has a great book club. That's a good idea. Anna Louise. I know so many new ways that we can find books.
Lynn's got a Goodreads TBR list of 1,700 books.
I believe it. I've never tracked my books. I did at one point, I think, in middle school, but I'm gonna try to do it this year. Pals is great. Yeah, Judy. Plus, you could just there's 1,700 books on one aisle of Pals. So there you go. Oh, okay. This has been so much fun for me. I hope it's been fun for you, but I feel like I've learned so much about you tonight, which was my personal goal. So yay. And then I also, magazines. That's good. Cameo, Women's World. Yeah. Women's World is one of the last holdouts of magazines that's still doing anything bookish. Anyway, one of my goals is now to come back and look through the list because I'm going to have some new books to add. I took a couple notes, but, even more so. So I hope you had fun. What should I read next.com? Is that a thing, Lenny? I'm going to have to check that one out too. I don't know about that one. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. What do we have coming up? Lost Coast Literary, my new novel, comes out at the end of this month.
Countdown is on.
The countdown is on. I can't believe that it's already March. I can't wait to share this one with you. It is available for pre-order now, as is Donut Disturb, which is book 15 of the Bake Shop Mysteries. So excited for this one. This one's going to be a Lithia Park wedding. It should be lots of fun. And then a Sloan novella is coming out on May 3rd. And this one is ebook only, but I'm super excited about this one too. And then next week. Okay, so next week we're going to do celebrity book-alike. I'm going to give you some of the celebrities who I think could play characters in all of my books. Not every single character, but you know, a little touch of them. Then the tech guy and I are going to be in the kitchen for St. Patrick's Day. March 22nd, we're going to do This Time It's Murder, our library fun that we scripted out in January, but things are opening up again, so yay. And then a launch party for Lost Coast on March 29th. So we're going to have a busy